setup tour today, guys. And this is it. This is my current setup as of 2019. Here we are. This is all of it. Yeah, I'm set here at 2:36 a.m. showing you guys what I have. Yeah. Well, what do I have? That's a good question. I have obviously some flight sim stuff and some normal gaming stuff. So what I'll do is I'll talk about the normal stuff first. So if you're just here for the normal stuff, well, that's good news for you. Just watch the beginning part of the video. The flight sim stuff will come around at the end of it. So if you're just interested in a normal setup tour, you guys will have it. So where do we start? You know what? Why don't we just move left to right, shall we? Actually, top to bottom. That's a better idea. So we'll start out with the monitors. This guy right here is a 7-year-old, hard to see, Insignia TV. I think it's a 25-inch, 26, 7. I don't know. It's a really old garbage TV. Like, look how fat it is. Can't really see, but if I look like that, like, look, it's enormous. It's dirty as crap too. Can't really see that. Over on the right hand side here, we have another Insignia TV, which is like I think 3 years old. These are all just TVs that we haven't been using anymore, and they've just ended up in my setup. They're not obviously great for actually when you're in the game. But as like side monitors, like to Google, Spotify, to pull up flight plan stuff for flight sim, they're really great, really great. They get the job done. Better have 3 than only the one right there, which is 27-inch Acer Predator XB2 monitor. It's actually semi-new. I just got this not too long ago, and I'd like to say I'm thoroughly impressed with this thing. Amazing resolution, much better step up than the complete garbage pile over there. But this thing looks awesome, really good monitor. Highly recommend it for the if you don't want a curved monitor, which I just wanted to stick to a nice flat screen monitor. Just because I didn't have too much room on my desk, and I just wanted to keep it not $1,000. And this is a great deal for this monitor around. I think it was $600 for what you get. It's quite good value. Moving down to the keyboard, you really don't care. It's a bog standard keyboard. I really don't know what it is. It's a Logitech wired keyboard. Same thing goes with the mouse. It's yeah, I genuinely have no idea what this mouse is. It came with my computer, so if you order, you usually get a mouse. Bog standard mouse. It is a wired mouse, and as you can see, I have no room to move this thing at all. Most of the time, when people come and use my computer, we end up having to move the entire yoke and whatnot. It's not that hard to move, but just because they can't manage with this mouse, I've adapted to it and it feels normal now. But to most people, like, geez, they don't get it. I don't really understand how I get it. Moving on to the mic. This mic probably looks familiar to you because every human on Earth has this blue hole mic. Nothing special. It gets the job done. It gets the job done very well, actually. Good audio quality. Picks up audio from quite a decent distance away as well. Yeah, it's a well-rounded mic. As you can see, I have a lot of just bogs. Like, this is that monitor, it's great, but it is the box standard gaming monitor with the box standard. Yeah, a lot of the stuff is standard. The monitor, actually, the monitor is kind of the exception. The monitor and the PC. You want to see something that's really depressing. That's my chair. Can't really see it. Yeah. Here, I'll give you guys some light. Yeah, there it is. See, everything looks a lot less cool. There's light. Yeah, it's an office chair, at least 10 years old. At least 10 years old. On my joystick sitting down here, because it would not fit with those, yeah, it was a disaster. This chair, this desk, it's an 8-foot desk, but it's not very deep. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, like, stretch like it should. But, it gets the job done. It's really dirty, though. Okay. Now let's move into the most important part of the setup. The PC. This is an iBuy Power PC. We actually got it from Best Buy, of all places. Like, it's not a Chill Blast. It's not like the normal Flight Sim PC, but it really does get the job done. It's my my second desktop PC, my third PC in general. It's quite good. The specs is probably what you want. This bad boy, Intel Core i7-70, 4.2 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 64-bit obviously operating system. We have rockin' Windows 10. Yeah, that i7-700 graphics card with that almost 4.25 gigahertz, and that RAM. About 3 terabytes of hard drive memory, about 3 terabytes of hard drive, and 300 of those gigabytes are a solid state, which is what I run my P3D off of, and everything else is run off of the newer 2.7 terabyte drive, which is quite nice. I can run everything, and P3D has its own dedicated driver, which I heard people like. I don't know if it's the one that you should have Windows on. I don't know. I prefer it to have. I find that it runs better with being on the solid state drive as opposed to a dedicated drive. So now we can come into the flight sim stuff. So we have again the SciTech yoke. It gets the job done. It's just in seeking off experience with real world aircraft and other more professional simulators that I've flown. This thing really, I mean, it's good. It's a good yoke. It doesn't feel like a yoke. It just feels like I'm pulling and pushing. There's no like pull to it. Like, obviously it tries to push back down, but it doesn't. It's not heavy enough, if you know what I mean. If you're a real world pilot, like, you push down, like in real life you can feel the trim, but in this yoke it's really just sticky and. But it's a yoke. It's a yoke. It's a yoke. So I can't complain about that. Here's the Logitech yoke. Very bog standard. Can't see it. I'll just turn the lights on for the rest of this, so I don't record at night. Actually, recording at night can be good because you can see stuff. It looks really good. The monitor's all lit up. We have the Logitech joystick. This thing is about to go. Like, this going left on the hat switch no longer works. It's the original yoke I had for FSX when I first got it like 4 years ago. I don't use it. I did use it for looking around, but then I reassigned that and some of these gear, but it's probably gonna go save some room. Coming with the SciTech yoke was the SciTech throttle quadrant, which is just kind of a mess. Flap, speed brake. This thing got destroyed because I had the brilliant idea put my foot right there, and it snapped after about 3 minutes of that. That was kind of dumb on my part, but hey, you gotta learn the hard way. And the newest addition to my setup is actually down here, the MFG crosswind pedals. These things, contrary to what I said about the, not contrary, but contrary to the Sci-Tech yoke, these rudders feel extremely realistic, and they have not friction, but pull on them when there's resistance. The braking feels very realistic. You have to like bend over, kind of awkward if you want to get all those brakes on. Very, very high quality rudder pedals. Would recommend them to anyone. A little bit pricey though, a little bit pricey. Just before I conclude the setup, I want to just go down here and show you guys the absolute disaster that is these cables. I am just, it's past the point of no return, essentially. Like, oh, jeez. I have the internet right here. My internet runs right that way and up and around, and I have it directly connected to a chip bag to my computer, so I get fast internet. Yeah, yeah, it's a disaster. I'm just too lazy to clean it. It's so bad. It's just bad. One last thing before we close out. I'll just show you guys the TV, which is just barely on. It's the Sony Bravo. Bravia. Sorry, everyone has this thing. It's the 4K. Bop with an Xbox One S down there. And, one more thing is the trusty steed right here. That every pilot needs. The iPad. Oh, you can see there. You have. I just googled cool looking plane for the home screen. Spotify. Clear. Yeah, this thing's good for pulling up charts and all that fun stuff. And you can see the big fat insignia over there. And just doing all that kind of stuff. And it's really good. Everyone needs an iPad who's a pilot. Especially real world. Not so much flight sim, because I've been using it a little bit less since I got the third monitor. Okay, that's it. That's my setup. That's a random $10. And that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Please hit or comment this video. Once again, thank you for watching. See you next time. And bye.